Hey guys, welcome back to the Ironman series. In this episode we're going to be testing out our new Demon Bane weapons in various locations, whilst continuing on our Slayer grind. That will lead us into taking on some combat achievements in the fight caves. Then I lose my mind a little bit and decide to go on a tiny mining pivot to be able to help our crafting goals in the future. So let's get into it. Okay, we managed to get ourselves a 20 kill trip. Obviously we've got a few more supplies we could stick around, but I just wanted to quickly take a screenshot of the XP per hour we're getting currently. I think it's quite interesting to see the difference between before and now. We're getting almost 50k slow XP an hour from farming these mobs. I'm gonna, why have I used that teleport? I meant to go back to a bank, but I'm very happy. I did forget to bring nature runes and whatnot. I think it was worth to go on a tangent, considering we managed to get through that trip with like, how many do I bring? I bring 8 super restores. We managed to kill 20. That's phenomenally better than what we used to do. So I'll crank out the rest of this task. Hopefully we get something else. I would like it to get a burning claw because it's actually a stab special attack, so we could use it on Akka and stuff like that in TOA. But if not, we spoon 2 synapses, let's be honest. Completely fine. There is 91 ranged. Swiftly followed up by 80 Slayer. I just turned my prayer off and got rid of the notifications. I'm pretty sure that is Necryael's unlocked. So now we have another good burst task. Not that we see any, actually, now I think about it. I don't remember getting a single burst task for any of these, but obviously another one being in the mix is going to be pretty good. We could have probably waited on Necryael's to start farming our ancient shards, because the chance of getting an ancient shard from a Necryael is far better, but I stand by just getting out of the way, doing the hard clues. I think it's kind of nice. So, yeah, time to crack on with more Slayer until we get to our next level. Oh my goodness. You can't make it up, man. I just got another Tormented synapse. It's actually, I'm not, hold on, before we kill any more. We're at 313 KC. We have 3 synapses. It's a 1 in 500. Holy smokes. Then we have 84 attack, 110 combat, 82 Tormented demons left to go. Hopefully, we still have a Burning Claw in sight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have completed Tormented demons in 410 KC. I'm going to show you the loot tab. It's 161 million worth. Oh, I can't handle it, bro. It just keeps dropping loot. It just keeps dropping loot. It never ends. Let's make our claw. Okay. Burning Claw. I should probably get rid of these 2 stash tabs. Not stash tabs, placeholders. Do I just use them on each other? Ooh, you bring the 2 claws together and combine them. I'm an absolute freak. I don't know if these are worth using, but again, these have a stab, which means we can use them to spec out Tormented Demons, but also very good spec to use on Akka final phase. So hopefully we'll utilize these in our TOA run. I'm sure there's many better places for you to use these as well, but I think we'll figure it out when we get there. We've got our spec weapon ready. I'm loving life. Again, Tormented Demons completed in 410 KC. That's wild. The spooning has begun. Hopefully, when we go back to Toons or Basket soon, we can up the invos maybe a little bit, because having a spec weapon that's actually useful is going to be helpful. Or maybe we'll just do some chill 200s and like not have to worry about Akka so much. Obviously, we'll have a Trine and stuff like that at that point, so we'll probably be doing 250s, maybe pushing 300. So yeah, I'm very happy. I wanted to unleash them, but they're both praying melee right now, so let me just move them over. First claw spec on the account. It's set to stab. Bosh. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. You know what? Send it again. Have them. That was 2 gnarly hits back to back. Oh, I'll finish off this task and then we got 29 left. Maybe we'll have another side up knowing me. But then we'll get back to doing some more Slayer. I find it very difficult to want to do TDs back to back. They are a lot of effort, let's put it that way. But they're such good XP, man. Like averaging over 40k an hour over the course of 5 hours, my favorite. And also Dragon Dart tips. I mean arrow tips. They're nice for the future if we ever get our T-bow. No? Yeah? No? It's finally over. We managed to get 209,715 XP from the task. I'm going to go do my heart clues, and hopefully we don't get another Great Demon. Even if it would be good, I've been doing this all day. I'm mentally burnt. Yeah, the 2 clues managed to get 1 elite casket. Craftin, I beg. Jad. You know what? Yeah, we can do Jad. Jad's kind of fun. Not, but it's good XP. 5k XP. It'll never get old. Fortunately for us, that's not quite a level. It's 1.5k Slayer XP away. We probably should just hand in our cape, right? I think we get an extra roll. Oh, 5k. Bargain for the pet. No lucky. Not lucky. Maybe next time. Jellied. Tragic. And there's 81 Slayer. I feel like I might be witnessing a bot over here. He keeps on trying to click on the catfight workers, and he's... I tried to tell him, he's not reacted, so I'm just going to assume it's a bot that's just bugging out a little bit. So peculiar. Oh my god, I was just opening OSRS to put fish in, I've teleported. Oh, frick. Okay, after back-to-back cowfight tasks, we've managed to get ourselves some black dragons. Yippee. Yeah, just get trolls out of it for now. I don't want them. Ever. Oh, it's Jad again! Okay, I've decided this time I'm going to try and do denying the healers. And do... You didn't say anything about a bat. Maybe we could do denying the healers 2, but we can definitely do denying the healers 1 and nothing about a bat. Which means this run might take a little bit longer, but I'm going to just take a chill pill and just try to get the combat achievement points. Because again, we are slowly working on hard, so we might as well just keep it going. Should do combat achievements when we see them. That was a little awkward. Holy moly, I should not have hit that guy to begin with. That put me in an awkward situation. Luckily we one-shot the bat. If we didn't do that, I think we might have failed at least one of the combat achievements. This seems to be a running theme that I just keep getting into awkward situations. The bat's coming again. Please don't fail it here. I think this is the last bat in the game. Alright, sweet. Fantastic. I think that's one CA done as long as we kill Jad. If we don't kill Jad, that would be a bit depressing, you know? I'd be surprised if that was to... I've failed single Jad at Inferno before. I have to admit that to everyone. But it's not going to happen now, okay? Okay, this is now the last way we can fail denying the healers 1. I'm just going to avoid hitting anything. I think what I want to do is go over here, because then they should all get stuck on this same corner. And then it's completely and utterly free. Yeah. Okay, wonderful stuff. I'll just finish off this wave and then you'll see me at Jad. We're going to try to do Jad, denying the healing 2, the healers. I think what we have to do is lure it over to the northeastern quadrant, and then hopefully, because none of the healers spawn in that area, hopefully we'll be able to attack them before any of them gets close, so they don't actually go over to the Jad. But, you know, as long as we get a couple of combat achievements out of the way, this is one you actually have to think about. Deny the healers 2, we can just not think about it until we get to Jad every time, and then just go from there. Okay, I've managed to lure him on the corner here, and then hopefully he stays as far back as possible when we run around. It's probably going to like end up right here, but we should have enough time to tag all of the healers, so let's get to it. Okay, we managed to get denying the healers 2, and you didn't say anything about a bat all in one go. Hopefully, that means we're going to get good RNG on our cape. Bargain. I've come to bargain. You know, lucky. Sad. Okay, Curridel. Good task. Gargoyles. Pog, we can make some money. Before we go to our gargoyles, I thought we might as well do this. In our workshop, we're going to make ourselves an armor stand. This is because it's going to save us a whole hecking ton of money when we decide to fix our gear. Oh my goodness. 1.1 million to fix all of this. Oh my Christ. See, 700k of that is the Blue Moon Tassis. I'm going to show you on screen the difference in price from it being I go to Bob or use the armor stand. It's actually reduced by our smithing level, so we probably want to get that up relatively soon. But yeah, say goodbye to the majority of this cash stack. This is why tasks like gargoyles are going to be necessary for us to keep going. Oh, I don't want to press the button, man. Oh, it hurts, it hurts. Oh, our item's been thrown on the ground. I think... Let me just double check. Maybe that's not quite. Yes, now we have, after doing that mime event, every single random event item, and we have green logged it, so I'm never doing a mime show ever again because I hate them. It's nice to have something green logged. A dupe black mask. Obviously just going to be thrown into bonds, but it's always nice to see. Maybe we could, you know what? Maybe we could save some of these to get all of the Slayer helmets. That would be pretty nice. Getting every single one of the Slayer helmets in the game on the hard crime, except for probably the GM one. I think GM might be out of reach for me. Maybe 2 years from now, if we get bored enough, we can send it. But I'll keep my black mass for now. Sure, it'll be neat. Oh, we managed to get our first burst task in absolutely forever. Necryaels. So let's get suited and booted for that. It's gonna be hopefully some decent draws. I'll try to pick up most of the rune stuff, because again, we are gonna need a lot of money. A lot of money. Luckily, unlike the jellies that we're killing, we can actually use our prayer bonus gear for Necryaels, as it doesn't hinder our DPS anywhere near as much. So we're gonna have a whale of a time here. We're not gonna be spending too many restores. I probably should have bought a herb sack, maybe even a seed box. But for now, I'm just gonna be happy that we finally got a burst task. We do have to be careful because these death spawn can hit us through the prayer, which again is completely fine. We just have a blood burst to counteract that. We just need to make sure that we are paying a little bit of attention. They don't have a lot much DPS, so max hit isn't very high, but you can get hit by quite a few at the same time. And hopefully we get, you know, a cheeky superior. That's what I'm looking for. One of the worries I do have about doing burst tasks is we don't have too many death runes right now. I guess we could just buy them, but I don't really want to. I'd probably have to look into ways of getting, because again, I want to, as soon as we hit 87 Slayer, I really want to do my house grind. So I would rather not be spending too much money on death runes. Maybe it'll be completely worth it. But for now, we're just going to have to take it on the chin. And if we run out, hopefully it's not before 87 construction. Oh, we did manage to get a superior. Hopefully we can absolutely demolish it. But moments like this, we really don't want to be attacking him, so we're just going to stay as far away as possible, and hopefully he doesn't spawn his death spawn, as they can do a significant amount of damage, I do believe. It's been a while since I killed a Necryael, and that should be it. Anything juicy? No, it was ass. Oh, I bloody forgot about these. Rune boots. We need a few pair of these, but these are actually an upgrade over our, or at least a side grade for our climbing boots. We don't even use climbing boots, we're using mixed hide, bro, I'm cooked. Is this better? It must be better. Don't mind me, I'm having a stroke. Okay, we managed to get ourselves another black demon task. You know that means time to go kill some demonic ridders, and if anything noteworthy, then you will see it. I decided to take a little bit of a break to do some crafting. And by crafting, I mean mining. We managed to just get 1900 total level with 91 mining. Hey guys, bet you're wondering why I'm standing here after saying I do some Slayer grind. Well, it's been about, I'm going to say like 7 to 9 days. I decided to farm myself 106,000 Stardust. So obviously we want a lot of crafting levels because we're at 76. I've decided I'm just going to use all this, and then we're probably going to go AFK once more at Amethyst. But for now, I'm just going to quickly open up all these packs and get ourselves started. So I'll see you when I've got the stack. From the opening, we managed to get ourselves a monumental amount of gems, and I'm going to be honest here, I forgot to take a screenshot of how much XP it is, but it's definitely going to be worth it for what I want to achieve in the next episode. So I'll work on cutting through the gems, and you have to wait and see what I have in mind. Also, while I just sat here, I realised I didn't tell you. I got to just over halfway through at 95 mining, almost 96. So there you have it. And now that we close in on 80 crafting, we can now make ourselves dragon stone amulets, but also we're going to be able to make any of the DT2 rings, which is obviously going to be one of the goals in the account. And then I do a monologue about DT2. Desert Treasure 2, to me, is the second scariest quest in the game, right behind Dragon Slayer 2, and that cheeky bee Galvek. It'll be quite the way down the line, but it opens access to some of, to me, the more enjoyable bosses in the game. Not you though, you're not in the team. We'll be going into most of the upgrades that are on offer when we actually get to them. But for now, as I would like to take on the Inferno at some point, and once I get there, I would like to be well equipped, because I honestly haven't yet to ever kill a KC of Zook after roughly 25 attempts. I have seen Zook, but I got splattered like a moron, and to make sure I have the best chance possible upon my return, I would like to have the Blood Ancient Scepter, as that will allow us to not only have 10% increased effects on ancient magics, but it will also allow us to overheal to 108 hit points for the start of each wave, which may be the kind of thing that a plonker like me needs to be able to succeed. Oh, that is now every single gem that we have cut. I don't know how we're going to get the gold ore to be able to make all of these, because obviously we don't have the access to the bank in the crafting guild. So I'm going to formulate some sort of plan. In the meantime, I might just go Motherlode Mine for a bit. I know that's not going to give me a lot of gold ore, but it'll give me time to think about life and things. Dread. But I said it got us to 182k away from 83 crafting. I've got myself 40 unidentified minerals. That allows us to buy the first tier of mining gloves, I'm probably going to stick around here until I get every single upgrade of the mining gloves, so we need to buy both of these and then combine them for, I think, an extra 40. So this would cost me roughly 180 unidentified minerals. So let's just take the collection log slot. Not bad. 96 mining at the Amethyst mine. Okay, it's been a few days. We've managed to get ourselves 3,360 amethyst, which is almost 11.5 million. We'll be able to make 50,000 amethyst arrow tips from this if we want to. We'll probably make quite a few darts out of this as well, so we won't be using all of that, but we'll probably make at least 30,000 arrow tips. With the 140 minerals though, we should be able to buy the superior mining gloves, which is a clog, but then we should also, if I talk to her, I'm hoping, can you combine my mining gloves? 40 minerals, yep, wonderful. Buy my gloves for me, please. Thank you very much, Bologna. Now we have the expert mining gloves on the account. The expert mining gloves are great for anyone that is looking to do some AFK mining. As you can see, it will allow extra gathers on a ton of different rock types, which allow us to reduce our clicks per hour and be able to give our mind and our fingers a cheeky rest. I personally don't plan on using these outside of Amethyst, mainly because I don't plan on mining them, but they are a massive boon for anyone wanting to do some sandstone mining to bank the sand required for glass making to 99 crafting, which obviously I can highly recommend, as the crafting cape TP is one of the best, if not the best, free teleport to a bank in the game, and from my experience, it's where all the cool people hang out. But we will be leaving Amethyst mining. We are over halfway through 96, but we probably won't be pushing that to 99, so let's go and do something else for now. I've just gone through the effort of getting our water battle staves made. We have 517. This is almost 5 million GP, especially with our, well, it's just over with our coin stack. I've decided that I'm not going to go out my way to get gold ore. We're just going to start getting that once we go back to doing solo chambers. We'll get plenty from doing that. It will be quite ridiculous. So I have a feeling I know what I want to do with the 5 million cash tag once we get it. I think we're going to go immediately and make ourselves some teak planks. And then we're going to go for 85 construction, as this allows us to get our max hours out of the way. It's something I've wanted to get done for a while now. So I think time is of the essence and we get out of the way immediately. Oh, also to mention, it is 85 crafting for the amethyst, but we're also going to need to get ourselves one more fleshing level to get the 82 fleshing for the amethyst arrows. So obviously we'll go our way and do that too. I don't think it's going to be too bad. We do have a lot of magic logs in our bank still. We have 2,700. They are right here. So we should have more than enough to be able to do our fleshing grind, get some crafting done, blast out some construction, and then we're going to be looking pretty dank. All right, we're starting off with around about 8,800, 8,700 gold ore. And we also have 11,000 almost silver ore. We're going to convert all of these into bars in this session. I don't know where that's going to bring us up in smithing. You'll see the levels as they come. But let's get cracking. We've obviously got staminas, so this is going to be far quicker than I ever did it before. So I'll see you on the other side of the grind. Tell you what, after mining for, let's say roughly 2 weeks, 10 days probably, seeing XP per hour of over 300k is absolutely mind-blogging. I was going to say boggling. Bloggling? Let's go with that. And we do have our first level coming in soon. I'm clicking like an absolute moron because I'm talking. It actually makes me play so much worse. It's just, as soon as I start talking for a clip, it all just goes wrong. And I used to stream quite frequently. I've died down a little bit now. I'm scared how good I am at this game when I'm, you know, not wasting brain power on speaking, right? I am good at it, right? Okay, as this gold goes in here, there we have 76 smithing, the first level on the grind. We can now make adamant stuff and crystal tools. That's not too shabby. I'm not sure which ones those are. It's probably like the pickaxe and whatnot. You may wonder why I've got a stamina potion in my bag. I find it a whole lot simpler just to not have to worry about opening the bank and also get my stamina potion to sip each time every 2 minutes. I'd rather just hold on to one. If you think that makes me a terrible gamer, that's up to you. But I like it. And on this game, you should do what you enjoy. Doing grinds in a way that you enjoy them to make them feel bearable is the correct way, alright? Remember that, kids. You're not kids. You're old school RuneScape viewers. Remember that, guys and gals. Oh! I put my gloves too early. It actually stings a little bit, even though it's like 800 XP loss, but God, I hate it. And with this one, we have ourselves 77 smithing. We can now make Shazian boots 4 and some adamant throwing knives. Fantastic stuff I'll probably never be making. Oh, we've been here just over an hour now. I think we started at like 3 minutes into being logged in. There is 78 smithing. We can now make crystal halberds and crystal shields. I think we do want to go get ourselves a crystal halberd at some point. I think we can get one made for us with the hard diary. But it's probably going to be our best weapon in a lot of locations as it scales with the size of the mob. We'll probably end up bringing that to something like Tombs of Amascut. I mean Theatre of Blood when we get there, because it is just a massive DPS increase on stuff like Bloat and Versic. So we'll consider it. You probably won't spend your spec on some of the other bosses in there for that. Try to get their damage or defense lower first. Okay, we have our last gold bars. We are on the absolute cusp of 79 smithing. We now have to go through the task of going and doing our silver ore. We won't have to do all 11,000. I think I made a mistake there earlier. I said I was going to do a lot more, but we actually only need to do about 3,500. I'm going to round it up to 4,000, get them out of the way. But yeah, I'll get working on the silver bars. See you in a bit. This obviously has the added bonus of not having to switch my gauntlets anymore, which is fantastic, but obviously it's going to be far less XP. You get over 300k an hour gold bars. I'm having a feeling that silver's not anywhere near that, because what do we get per? 370? That's like 150 XP and it's 10 bars. So you're probably getting, what, like 60k XP an hour smelting silver? Still not nothing, but definitely not incredible. Oh, there we have 79 smithing. We definitely won't get another level for the rest of this grind. We've gone through all of our gold. We've gone through 4,000 silver bars. Obviously we got our money back out because we're not stupid, instead of just standing here and letting it go. I'm going to figure out what I need to get 85 crafting out of this. We'll probably work through a few of these rubies and diamonds, but I don't want to get rid of them all because obviously you want to make enchanted bolts out of those. We'll probably get rid of all the dragon stones and work through quite a chunk of emeralds, so that we can start processing our amethyst and hopefully make some arrows and in the future darts. I think darts take a bit higher than 85. Let's just check. Weaponry. Yeah, 89, but we don't have a blowpipe yet. Blowpipe will be on the agenda once we have our trident, so let's get working on it. In order to be able to achieve 85 crafting, I have calculated that what I'm going to need to make is 1,000 sapphire rings, 2,000 ruby bracelets, 5,656 emerald bracelets, 700 diamond bracelets, 8 dragonstone rings, 5 dragonstone necklace and bracelets, 218 dragonstone amulets. This will total us to 668,715 XP, and uses up all of our gold, so we'll be making some silver jewelry to make up the last 40k we need to get there. So we'll be making 1,500 opal bracelets, 500 jade amulets, and 300 topaz bracelets. As that'll be taking us up to 85 crafting, which is all I care about right now. We'll be leaving the rest of our gems to make teleports from these items in the future, if we decide to. 83, there is our first crafting level. We can now make amethyst diamond bolts and black dragon shields if we decide to. There we have 84 crafting. We're currently on making our emerald bracelets. I didn't quite realise, but the amount of alcohols we're going to get from this is quite astronomical. Obviously these are just mainly for our jewellery box, but they will have way more than enough to do our construction grind. We've finally got through all of the gold bars. We have 5,600 emerald bracelets, which out for 5.12 million, 2,013 ruby bracelets, which high out for 2.8 million, and 700 diamond bracelets, which high out for 1.6 million. This should give us more than enough money that is required to get our 85 construction grind out of the way, especially when we're using teak planks for mahogany homes. Okay, and now it's time to start working on the silver jewellery. We are only 40k XP away from getting to 85 crafting, so let's get gabbard or get going. And there we have 85 crafting. That means we can now make our amethyst arrow tips and even combine the accursed scepter, something that we won't be going for really. We could indeed make ourselves a onyx amulet if we decided to stew boost, but again, I'm not in the business of stew boosting, so we'll wait for another level to be able to make our fury. Okay, so this is where we're going to leave off all of our jewellery. We're now going to start working through our amethyst. We're probably going to make about 30,000, I had to say amethysts, amethyst arrow tips, so let's just, oh, it's not enough, it's not full inventory. Let's just get out of the way. See you on the other side. Well, that's all we have time for in this episode. Sorry for the week off, but it will happen from time to time. Next episode, we're going to start looking at finally getting to making that max house we've been dreaming of for a long time. Massive shout out to Walter for being our ladle, and a big thank you to the big and little spoons for supporting the channel. If you wish to be a part of the list, please join the channel down below for the appropriate tier, or subscribe on Twitch to become a big spoon. I love you all, and I hope to see you in the next one.